All right. So who better than Ty Nelson, the first overall pick of the 2020 OHL Priority Selection by the North Bay Battalion, to kick off our latest batch of Futures Watch segments. Hello, Ty. How's it going? Where are you speaking to me from?
I'm speaking to you from Toronto. You know what? Everything's pretty good. It's a tough time right now. You're going back on that lockdown now. So things are getting, hopefully, are going to get better soon. And how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. So how have you been kind of keeping busy, and how are you keeping hockey ready?
You know what? It's different times, but I feel like I'm doing a lot of things to stay hockey ready. But you know what? School's taking up a big chunk of the day now. And then working out 2, 3 times a day. And then I was lucky. I got a few books to read about all these hockey stories and everything. So I'm reading all those. I'm watching all these interviews. Like you see Wayne Gretzky and Connor McDavid doing interviews, and then watching Cale Makar doing interviews like that. So all guys I think that are really good players in the NHL. So I'm just trying to keep mentally focused, seeing what they're doing, and then trying to base off that and do whatever I can.
Nice. It definitely sounds like a super productive way to kind of pass the time right now. It's been 9 months since you were drafted first overall at the OHL draft. I know you haven't played a game yet, but I assume the excitement is still at an all-time high.
Oh, absolutely. It's been the exact same the whole time waiting for the draft. 'Cause I know the season's coming. So whenever it comes, it comes. I'm just super amped and can't wait.
Awesome. Now, looking back to, I think it was back in April, seeing that billboard with your face on it in North Bay, what was that like? I think back then you described it as, well, indescribable, but, a lot of time has passed now. So I'm interested what that felt like.
I mean, it was pretty amazing because you know what, being from the big city, you know, you're seeing like Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner and John Tavares, all those guys on the billboards in Toronto. So seeing my face up on the billboard in North Bay was pretty cool, and just thinking, wow, like that's like Toronto, like that's like John Tavares and them in Toronto. Like, wow, that's a pretty big deal. So it was very exciting, and honestly, it was so grateful for it.
And what has the fan response been like?
Oh, it was amazing. You know, when we got drafted, there's a whole bunch of messages and everything from all the fans and everything, which is awesome. And then now, like on my social media, when the World Juniors were playing, I was posting those stuff, and they were responding and everything. I've had some great conversations with the fans. It's awesome.
Great. Well, I mean, as the first overall pick, joining the ranks of some really great skaters, of course, following a recent player in Shane Wright, what does it mean to you to be that first overall guy?
Honestly, it's still hard to process sometimes. You know, you grow up playing minor hockey, and then some guys' goals are to go NCAA route. My goal was to go OHL pretty much the whole time, and I just getting drafted was an honor. But getting drafted number 1 overall, that's like a whole nother level of things that I didn't really. We were hoping just to get drafted, but number 1, it's still undescribable. I can't describe how I'm feeling.
Well, speaking of Shane, you guys have met before. I know you guys have spoken online a bit, and I know he had some really kind words for you as the previous first overall selection. So, what was it like getting that kind of recognition from a player like him?
It's awesome. You know what? He's a great kid. Comes from a great family. I've known Shane in the right family for a lot of years now. We played together spring tournaments and then playing against him all the time. You know what? He's a great player. Definitely an honor to have my name with his names upon the other names that are with that first overall title. But yeah, there's nothing bad I can say about Shane. He's a great player, great kid, awesome friend, and I love him.
And I assume with the excitement, there's, a bit of a level of pressure that comes with that title as well. And maybe that hasn't hit you just yet, just because the puck hasn't dropped yet. But are you feeling much of that pressure at this point?
Honestly, I don't think I like to think of it as pressure. I think I just like it as a challenge, and I find when I put too much pressure on myself or I'm thinking too much, things don't tend to go my way. So, you know what, I just tend to block out the pressure, think of it as another game or another season that's coming up, and just going to do the exact same thing that I've done to get here.
Okay, well, looking back to last year, winning the GTHL championship, the Toronto Junior Canadians, and having some international experience at the Youth Olympic Winter Games, before things kind of shut down. Those were kind of your last big on ice experiences. How special were both of those moments in kind of shaping you into the player you are right now?
Well, I mean, the Youth Olympics, it speaks for itself. Wearing that Canada jersey, it's an honor, and I'm so happy and so grateful to be able to wear that Canadian crest. And to happen that it just fell on our years, because the Youth Olympics only happens every 4 years. I was so happy and so grateful. And then to get that call to play, it's a great learning experience. And it was my first time ever in Europe, which is amazing. It's even though we're not there touring around and whatever, but you see it as you're going through town and get to the rink and everything. It's so much fun. And then honestly, just playing for the Canadian crest, it's everything a kid can dream for. And then we had a great season last year with the Junior Canadians. We went through a lot of adversity. I thought the boys came to that. Actually, the adversity helped us come together as a team. And then, we were down 3-2 and 3-1 in the playoffs. And then to come back, it was awesome. And at least it wasn't the season ending. We were hoping to get to the OHL Cup and win that. But I'm happy that's how the season ended, if that's the way it could.
Definitely a great way to end the season. Now, you've described yourself as this two-way defenseman who likes to push the pace and likes to control the puck. What are the biggest pieces of your game that you hope will make the biggest impact in North Bay?
Definitely my hockey IQ, and I think like my creativity and offensive talent. I think I tend to lean on those a lot, and I love having the puck and making plays. I find it's better to make a good pass or a nice assist than it is to score a goal. So I'm just going to bring that into North Bay, do whatever I can, and try and make those same creative, smart plays that I've been doing for the past however many years I've been playing hockey, and bring that into North Bay and hopefully help the productivity of scoring goals and putting up points. And hopefully we can get some more points up on the board, and points leads to wins, and wins leads to playoffs.
I know you've also described yourself as a vocal leader who likes to lend a hand where possible. And you're one of a good bunch of highly anticipated players heading into the battalion system. What does it mean to you to be such a key piece of a rebuild for this franchise?
Honestly, like I said, it's unthinkable and sometimes still hard to process. But you know what? I love it. I'm going to use it as a challenge to be a key piece. And I'm just going to do whatever I can to help the team. Like you said, I like to be a vocal leader. I'm going to go in, do whatever they need me to do. I just feel that it's such an honor, like I said, to get drafted and help be a part of this rebuild. We have had great drafts the past few years. We have some awesome veterans playing, and I feel the team's going to have a great season whenever we do get to play.
Have you kept in touch with many players in the battalion? Who's kind of been reaching out to you? I know it's tough not getting to see your future teammates much right now, but what has the communication been like?
No, it's been awesome. We've been doing team Zoom calls every couple of weeks. And the guys in high school, I feel I talk a lot more to, like Tanias and Dallin Wakely. We talk a lot more just because of school and everything. But we're always talking on the team group chat. We're always doing things. I feel like the team has great communication. We talk together. I'm always talking to the coaches, Mr. Dennis. We're always trying to get better, do things that we can to get bond as a team. And I think the communication's awesome. We're doing lots of things, and I feel that we're learning a bunch of systems and everything now, even on Zoom. And I think that that's the best thing we can do right now, is we can go into training camp and get ready, and we already know this stuff.
Awesome. So I guess you guys have been keeping in touch really well with regards to staying focused, staying on track, and like you said, really, really getting a sense of what those systems are like. So physically and mentally, what are the biggest ways you've been preparing for your OHL rookie season?
Yeah, mentally, I've been working a lot with some coaches that help me, put me in different positions, and like we talk about plays and everything. So it's been awesome doing that. I've been studying a lot of game film, and then, physically, I feel that I've gotten bigger, I've gotten stronger, and definitely faster. I tend to work on that a lot, and cardio is a big thing. So I've been working on that, pushing that the last couple months. But I feel like I've just tend to develop everything and become bigger in all aspects and better in all aspects of the game.
Awesome. And now, can you name one player that you are really, really excited to play with, and one player you are very much looking forward to playing against?
Well, I hated playing against Liam Arnsby and Daw Mills, so now having him to be on my team has me excited. But I'm excited to play with all my teammates on North Bay. I can't wait. You know what? They're all great guys and great hockey players. And then probably some guys. There's probably a few guys that I can't wait to play against. You know what? Pano Femis, me and him are really good buddies. And then, you know, I got Sean Spearing. Can't wait to play against him. Play against him in one of these like summer tournaments just to help like as they went along to help the guys stay in game shape. So it was fun playing against them. And you know what? I'm excited to play against all the top guys. Guys in the NHL draft that came down. Hopefully, I get a chance to play against them. And they're great players, and so I'm just excited to play in general.
And well, we're definitely just excited to watch you play, and it's really nice that everyone's made you feel really welcome to a point where when you do set foot on the ice, you'll feel right at home.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Well, now I just have a few quick questions to kind of help the fans get to know you a little better. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. First of all, what is your nickname, and is there a story behind it?
Well, I go by a few nicknames. Nelly is the main one because you know what? That's Nelson's last name, and it ran down through my family. Everyone calls like everyone in my family Nelly. You know what? My aunt goes by Cher Nelly, which is like her first name Sherry, so everyone goes by Nelly. And then I think the boys call me Kid Nelly because that's my Instagram handle. So the boys tend to call me by that.
Some Kid Nelly makes sense, I guess. Definitely as one of the youngest players on the team, right?
Yeah.
All right. What is your go-to pregame meal?
Definitely some pasta, veggies, and chicken. You know that I tend to eat that before every game.
What is this one might be a little obvious, but what is your favorite minor hockey memory?
Well, I mean, we had a few. There's, you know what, coming back obviously this year was awesome, and then getting drafted. But minor hockey, you know what? I think it was just at like such a young age, just being like with all my friends, going to the rink, just playing the game of hockey with all the guys I loved and were great friends with. You know what? I think it's not just a specific moment. I think it was just going to the rink in general, meeting new guys, and then just creating long-lasting friendships.
What excites you most about living in North Bay?
I mean, the city's great. I've been fortunate enough to get up there and look around in the summer. It was awesome. And then I just hear nothing but great things, you know, about the fan base. And then living North Bay, it's just such a small town. And then coming from Toronto, you know what, it's big. And I like the countryside of it. And North Bay, I think, has that more country feel to it. And I love that and can't wait.
What is your pre-game ritual, if you have one?
Pre-game ritual, I probably get in the shower 20 minutes before we got to go, take a nice cold shower, pump some music while I'm in the shower, and then get dressed, get up, and then definitely grab a coffee or an espresso before the game. And then I get dressed right side before left, everything. And my stick has to be freshly taped before every game.
Kind of a nice lead into the next question. You mentioned music as part of your ritual. What is your go-to locker room music choice or go-to shower music choice?
Before games, it's definitely like a lot of like up tempo, like rap, rock type of music. And then other than that, it's all country and like 80s music as well.
Do you have a favorite minor hockey coach?
I can't name one. You know what? I'm grateful for all of them and what they've all done for me.
It's a good answer. Which OHL arena are you most looking forward to playing in? We'll pick a road OHL arena.
Yeah, road one. You know what? I think the odd's nice. I've been fortunate enough to play a ball hockey tournament there in previous years. And definitely I think like Mississauga or Barrie were going to be great because, you know, it's close to Toronto and that's where all the family is. So I feel like I'm excited there, get to play in front of family. I think more family will come out to those games because it's a lot closer. And, you know, they're really nice rinks, and I've been fortunate enough to play in the Steelheads rink before. So they're great rinks, and I can't wait to play in them.
And I know I've asked you this in the past, but it's kind of been a while. So if you could just kind of recap the kind of player you are.
Yeah, I like to describe myself as a two-way defenseman. Love to play in the offensive zone, love to create things, love to control the puck, push the pace of the game. And in the defensive zone, I love the block shots, like taking the body, I like being a physical presence on the ice as well. And you know what, I just like quick transitions and moving, I guess, pushing the pace of the game, like I said, and just getting everything going north away from our end is the way I like to play.
Is there a player you looked up to growing up, or a player you model your game after?
There's tons of players I think that I like to like take little things from their games and add into mine. But mostly, I think I like describe myself playing as Ryan Ellis, and then Morgan Riley, Cale Makar, all those top end offensive defensemen. I love playing the offensive zone and playing the defensive zone as well. So I like to describe myself after them.
Perfect. And last but not least, is there a story behind your number?
No, I mean, 24, obviously coming into North Bay, the number cap 24, I think just made the most sense, and it hit home also because my mom's birthday is on the 12th, and then my dad's birthday is on the 14th, and then also 2004 is a birth year. So I felt 24 just made the most sense.
Definitely as good a reason as any. Perfect. Well, thank you so much. That wraps up our Futures Watch segment with Ty Nelson. I hope you all got to know Ty a little better. So thank you so much for your time, and yeah, take care, everyone.